Hello. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Wealth Quest. My name is Catherine. And today I wanted to share with you the one question that you need to ask yourself to have a truly, deeply meaningful and fulfilling career in the long term. But before I go into it, subscribe to my channel because I often share here tips about creating inspiring careers and also living with purpose and inner peace. So hit the bell button, notification button as well, so that you hear about my new episodes as they come out. So today, I thought it's important to talk about really thinking about what kind of career will you find fulfilling and inspiring in the long term. Because what I've noticed is that a lot of people who I work with, even the most successful ones in their companies, tend to skip over this question, and they actually get quite surprised when we start digging deeper, that they actually have never asked themselves these questions in the first place. And I also wonder, as we go through it, for you to question yourself if you ever taken this kind of long-term view on where you want to be in your career in the long term. And it really helps to look at this wherever you are right now, because if you're just thinking about the next exciting opportunity or the next shiny thing, or maybe you're getting promotion where you are, maybe you're paid very well where you are, or maybe you're getting a career opportunity and you want to move just because it pays better or again offers you a promotion. But is this taking you to where you want to be in the long run? Is this something that's going to be deeply fulfilling or not? That's the question that we're going to be dealing with in this video. And that is the question that will make a difference between having a life and career full of meaning and inspiration and waking up excited going to work, and actually being in a job that feels like, in the long run, a waste of your time, a waste of your energy, and is not as fulfilling as and other alternatives that you could have had. So as well as it's not only about moving to other companies, but also potentially staying where you are. So I work with a lot of people who are considering maybe starting their own business. And the question is sometimes, is it worth staying for longer where you are right now and getting more experience and more clients before you move on to doing something else? So if you have a similar type of questions, please type in the comments and I can go deeper into if you write something that's specific to you. But the question we're dealing with here today is about how do you really discover that kind of career that you will find fulfilling in the long run. And so the question that you want to ask yourself, and this is actually a process that I do with clients in one-on-one coaching sessions. So if you really want to go deep into this and get crystal clarity, reach out to me and we'll schedule a session to see if we have a good chemistry to work together, and what you're looking for is what I can help with. Because this question is a bit of a setup, but maybe if you can do this yourself, or if you want to do this right now, you can also get some answers to what you're looking for. So the setup is that, imagine that you are celebrating your 80th birthday. Yeah. So probably quite far ahead for you. And imagine that you, well, first of all, pick a place where you want to be celebrating 80th birthday. If you've had the career and the abundance and the relationships that you've always wanted, so you can really have your imagination go quite wild in here. So for many people, there's some beautiful mansions and place in nature near forest or water. And you really need to kind of embody and see yourself. So spend some time really exploring the space. And once you've done that, you want to look over the career that you've had so far. So far, it's kind of, probably you don't want to be working at that age. Maybe you do. But you're looking back and you're thinking, oh my God, I really had a very fulfilling and satisfying career over many years, and I've got to do the projects that I wanted to do and work for the companies I wanted to work with, and you're super satisfied with where you are today, and you feel fulfilled by the career that you've had. And from this perspective, ask yourself, what kind of things, what kind of projects, what kind of industries do you really want to have experienced over the course of your career to get you where you are on your 80th birthday? And feel like, wow, I've had a blast. And I've really made a great impact on your industry, on your family, on the world, on people around you. You choose. And the way to take this further is really to think about imagining that friends and guests are arriving to your villa, to the place where you're celebrating your 80th birthday. And there's your partner is there, your kids maybe are there if you want kids, your friends are there. And also, some people arrive who you actually don't know, you have no connection with. But in some way, you've touched their lives, or the businesses that really helped to create positive changes and had a really strong impact on their life or on their industry or their company. And if they were to say a toast to explain what kind of impact you've had on their life, what would you love for them to say? Someone who doesn't know you, maybe they read your book, maybe they heard about your work, and they came to your birthday to celebrate you. So what are the words that you would love for them to say in terms of the impact you've had on them? So it's not something that's done quickly. So it's just a question for you to really ponder on and work with. Just maybe set it as your goal is to answer this question for the duration of this week, and to really come up with a draft of an answer. What kind of impact would you love to have on the world or on people, or just decide what it is that you want to do, what you want to create in this world, really. And who did you have to be to create that kind of impact? It could be a symbol, it could be a metaphor, an archetype. It doesn't have to be a profession. It's more symbolic and more getting you into the energy of who you had to be, which qualities had to be present in you to create that kind of impact. So things like, I'm a hub for connecting, it could be a hub for connecting people with nature, or it could be a thunderstorm that blasts through people's insecurities. So whatever it is that comes up for you, it's more effective for our subconscious mind if it's some kind of a symbol versus a profession. Because you could be expressing these qualities of yourself to create the impact that you want to have through various types of jobs. You're probably already creating that kind of impact in your personal life, in your career. So the professions may change, the companies may change, but this overall mission of who you need to be to create the impact that you want people to mention at your 80th birthday is sort of your North Star that you want to live by. Your mission. Some people call it mission, some people call it a life purpose. And what happens when you ask yourself these questions? Number one, what is the impact you want to create? And who do you have to be to create that kind of impact? What happens is that now you have this ideal that you want to compare all your opportunities against, and also decide on whether, how's the timing working? Do you need to stay for longer where you are? Do you need to make a transition? It becomes more clear when you start breaking this down. So if this is the impact you want to have had created by your 80th birthday, what did you have to accomplish by the age that you were 50 or 40, or in the next 10 years, the next 5 years? So continuing working this backwards until we get to this year. What does have to happen this year for you to have the impact you want to have when you're 80? Break it down further this month, this week, today. Yeah. I'd love for you to drop in the comments like what comes up for you in terms of maybe the symbols, the impact, and also the action that you may want to take today or this week to know that you are aligning your career, you're moving in the direction of this North Star, of the long-term fulfilling career that you're creating for yourself. Yeah, so please share below, subscribe to the channel to hear more. And if some of you would appreciate having a guide to create this statement and get crystal clear on this impact, to do this process properly, as well as to create a step-by-step action plan on how you're going to go about creating the fulfilling career that you want, feel free to reach out. We can schedule a discovery session. You can email me to Catherine@evolvequest.coach. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, or if there are any other topics you'd like me to cover relating to fulfilling and inspiring career. And I'll see you next time. Bye.